No way! What?
How'd you die?
Bro, I got out of the car and it launched me into outer space. Fucking broke my legs. I don't even know what the fuck happened.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sean here. I want to bring you guys a quick video about Battlefield 2042 and my hopes for it and what actually is going on with the game. So if you guys did see my older video, I did do a review on the beta. I didn't really think much of it just because the betas for every Battlefield prior to that has always been kind of the same, you know. It's been glitchy and buggy because the maps are pretty large. And, you know, I understand that, but I ended up getting the game on release date, and I played it like for an hour or two. It was so buggy half the time I wasn't even able to you know, play it properly. Then they ended up releasing the 10-hour you know, the 10-hour free trial from EA, and one of my friends got it, so we played it a little bit more. Still a bunch of bugs, still a bunch of issues. But the fact that the game's been out for a while now and it still has the same issues, and you know, nobody's really been working on it is pretty frustrating. So I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on what needs to change in the game to hopefully you know, make it a little bit more playable and a little bit more fun to play. The clips you see here are fairly recent. You guys are going to notice that my accuracy in them is horrendous just because I usually don't play keyboard and mouse. But I hate, for some reason, I just cannot play this Battlefield 2042 on controller. I just can't stand it. It feels so clunky. One of the main issues that I think this game has is, like, I understand that people like to, you know, mess with the settings to make it perfect for themselves, but I think they just added way too many different options when it comes to sensitivity, when it comes to changing controller, controller types. If there's like a different sensitivity for when you're walking around, different sensitivity for when you aim in, different sensitivity for, you know, if you look up and down, vertical, horizontal. It's like, I think it's just too much. You can't really just jump into the game and play it, which is very frustrating. One of the issues that I mentioned when it came to Call of Duty is that I feel like they cater a little bit too much to the new players, which is, you know, a little bit of a pain. But in Battlefield, I feel like they cater too much to the veterans because, and I think whoever finds the middle ground first will really, you know, succeed. But with this game, I mean, I think EA really dropped the ball. I played Battlefield 4, I played Battlefield 3. I played 2. I did play the original Bad Company. I played Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, and it's just been like they weren't bad. I enjoyed playing them. The Battlefield 4 and 3 and Bad Company 2, the aircrafts weren't so overpowered. I feel like now, if you're actually, you know, playing whatever map it is, there's so much open space. And if somebody on the other team does know how to work the airplanes or the helicopters, which I personally don't, just because I never really put in the time to learn it, and I'm more of a casual player, so I don't think I ever will, to be honest with you. But they're just too powerful, to be honest with you. The fact that you know, they can take you out fairly easily, clearly, because it's a big chunk of machinery, which makes sense. But the fact that they have unlimited flares, unlimited missiles, it's just a little bit frustrating, especially to the point where, like, some of my friends that never played Battlefield before, they're just trying to get a good flank or, you know, get to the other side of the map. Like I said, predominantly most of the maps are fairly open. They just don't stand a chance. I mean, they're just getting taken out left and right. The tanks are crazy. The missiles are terrible. I mean, I think it's the A5 missile, the one that locks in. The locks onto the aircraft. They have unlimited flares, so even you'll see, like, I mean, if you play the game, you'd know there's like 5 of you shooting rockets at the helicopter all at once, heat-seeking rockets, and he just keeps flaring them off. It's pretty frustrating. The airplanes too, you know, they're a lot harder to hit, which makes sense because they're a lot faster. But I think the unlimited flares is just ridiculous. So what can you do to offset, you know, this issue, to take care of it? Definitely put a limit to the amount of flares that you know, aircrafts have. I'm actually curious. I might just look it up right now. How many flares let's just say can a jet? Right. Approximately 20 flares. So I'm assuming usually when you throw a flare, you throw like 4 players at a time, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 6. And if that's the case, then you should only be able to throw flares 5 times. That's still a pretty large number in my opinion. But you know, if that's the case, then that's the case. That's how realistic, you know, it is in real life. Then I guess that's what it should be. Unless they're assuming that by 2042 hits, all planes are gonna have unlimited flares, then I'm assuming they're gonna have better missiles to take care of, you know, that kind of an issue. So regardless, the other issue that you have is the fact that it takes like 10 years to kill somebody that's like in the distant. I mean, you'll see me one tap a couple of people in this game, but in reality, I mean, the reason that I'm using the AK-12 predominantly is because I feel like it actually does damage long range. When it came to the M5A3, which I guess is the future variant of the M4A1, it's just not very consistent. I mean, I feel like there were times. I don't think it's actually the guns. I think it's actually the bullet registration, which is tremendously bad. I mean, when the game first came out, it was like one of the worst things in the actual game. But now, like, this game's been out since I believe October. No, I think it was November, and I've only played it about 4 or 5 times, which, if you actually count the hours, it isn't really much compared to other games like Call of Duty and stuff like that. But I really hyped up this Battlefield game. I thought it was gonna come in and, you know, kind of put a stop to Warzone or something like that, or at least, you know, affect the user base a little bit. But it comes out. I don't think the game chat works yet either, which is, I don't know how to like even justify that. I try to convince a couple of my friends to buy the game just because I don't like, you know, solo squatting it. But after they actually play the 10-hour beta version of it, it's like very hard to convince somebody to buy it. I think one of my friends were like, "Yeah, I'll buy it when it's like 20 bucks." And at this point, I won't be surprised if it's on sale for 20 bucks sometime soon, just because, I mean, it's pretty disappointing. And I think they said that they, you know, didn't do a story mode because they wanted to put more time into actually, you know, developing the multiplayer, and it's just very disappointing. I feel like there's not enough weaponry. I feel like the aircraft are too overpowered. The bullet reg is horrendous. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool that there's a tornado coming by every once in a while and blah blah blah, and, you know, a spacecraft takes off. But if they didn't add that to the game, it'd be fine. I wouldn't really, you know, care, as long as they actually work on the game itself. Guys, these are my opinions. There are a couple problems that I probably left out, but I want to know what you guys think of the game as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I might not do more Battlefield gameplay, but let me know if you guys want to see it. And maybe when they approve the game, I'll play it a little bit more. But it's Jason, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.